Hello everybody, this is Threshold Breaker, and this is the first episode of the series that I'm calling The Armory. We're going to start out with some M416 gameplay. Right here you can see what I'm using here is the Kobra RDS, the laser sight. For the barrel I'm using the suppressor to get behind my enemy, or when I get behind my enemies I can not be detected, and an Ergo Grip. Just kind of do a little bit of a review of the M416. It has a fire rate of 750 rounds per minute. It fires at 600 meters per second and taps out at about a max range of 900 meters. So this is a very, very effective weapon to say the least, guys. The maximum damage is 25 from 0 to 12 meters, as you can see on the graph. Provided to me by Synthec. Has anywhere from 24 to 18 damage at 13 meters to 50 meters. And the M416 has, it will stay at that minimum damage of 18 damage for the remainder of the distance until the gun taps out at that 900 meter maximum range. Now with the reload time here, you have about 1.85 seconds reload time when there's bullets in the chamber, meaning all bullets were not fired, and you have a 2.4 second reload time when all bullets were fired. Now, going through this particular assault rifle, holds a maximum clip size of 31 bullets. Standard recoil in 416 assault rifle is 0.3 vertical drift, 0.1 to the left, and 0.3 degrees. This is all in degrees to the right. So when you're doing this, when you're firing with this gun, you can shoot in burst and still control. You can even shoot in rapid fire if you really want to, or dump the mag, so to speak, and still be in full control of this gun. This is not a oh shit gun. Oh my god, I can't control this thing. It's going everywhere. Someone save me. Alright, so basically you want to be pulling slightly down to the left. Now the first initial shot is going to be multiplied by 2. So you're going to get a bigger kick as you take that first shot. Personally, like I was saying to you guys, I don't think this is one of these guns that you can't get a handle on. This is a very, very easily controlled weapon. The green button that you're seeing on the chart has the number 18. That green button is the degrees per second that the M416 decreases. In this case, like I said, it's 18 degrees per second after you're done firing. It's gonna reset itself. It's gonna go back 18 degrees per second. However, if you're aiming down sights with this weapon and not moving, it's going to be 0.2 degree spread. If you're hip firing in stationary, your spread's going to be 3 degrees standing, 2.5 degrees if you're crouched, and 2 degrees if you're prone. Now if you're moving while aiming down sights, this alters your shot movement by 1 degree, meaning your spread. If you're running and gunning and you're using hip fire while moving and you're upright and you're standing, it would be about 3.5 degrees spread, a 3 degree spread in crouch, and a 2.5 degree spread in prone while hip firing and moving. Each shot increases the spread. If you don't compensate for it, it's going to increase very minusculely. It's like 0.98 degrees of an increase per shot. So I mean, compensating it like we talked about, more than manageable for this gun. And it's going to, in this case, it's going to decrease 15 degrees per second and come back to its original setting. Now, unfortunately, here I push up. I'm behind enemy lines. Well, in that case, I mean that they still have their base. And as you can see here, we get a guy that spawns behind us and get caught with my pants down here. Son of a bitch. Now you guys can see, based upon the video that I've showed you so far, the level of destruction that the M416 assault against your enemy. The reason why I took this long to get this video together is I was trying to find the right amount of clips as my teammate gets in front of me and shows me his butt. No, it did take a little bit of time. I also work 40-hour work weeks, so I try to post a video when I can for you guys. I appreciate anything that you guys, any comments that you guys drop in the comment section. They're always great, and you guys will see how many ribbons and assault rifle as well as medic ribbons I rack up here. I think it was 40. I think that's the amount of ribbons I had on this round. Aha, it was 40. Alright. Yeah, 35 and 20 isn't a bad score for about a 40-minute round on Operation Crazy Sauce. I was able to push up here. This is the next game. I was able to push up here and kind of flank them, kind of take them by surprise, so to speak, and really do some damage to the enemy team. And the silencer comes in handy. Now, while people can hear where it's not where it's coming from, but while people can hear that you're using it, they can't always pinpoint where you are. Like, I was out for too long. That's why this guy knows where I am. So you always want to outthink the person. You don't want to keep staying in one place, especially on this ridge, because you have mortar fire and everything. So what I try to do here is I try to work around this person. I'm expecting him to be pushing up, but in this case he doesn't. I think he actually got taken out. I don't know how that guy didn't die on that one. I have no idea. I thought I had him for sure. Now I get pretty lucky with a couple grenade throws, and I'm like, oh man, it was freaking awesome. Did not see that coming. Nice little double kill right there with the minis. Now my teammate's having none of this. He's like, "You killed my friend, I'm gonna fuck you up." Too bad he didn't pick up my kid and res me, but I still am happy that he avenged me. That's one of my friends online calling out some of the people. I got one of them. The teammate took out that guy right there on the top ridge, thankfully, because I would have been dead. Nice little multi-kill there. Or double kill. I was screaming like a little girl. I was like, yeah! Oh my god, I got a multi-kill! And then I found out it was a double kill. Dreams crushed. Now, I couldn't tell at this point if I got caught on by one of my teammates or if I got caught on by that little rock that's on the ground. If that's the case, like, I'm sure you guys experience this. Like, you're running, you're ready to go. You're running down, and especially in this level, and you catch an edge and you get stuck. And in that time frame, of course, you guys get jumped by 3 different people. Now, I don't know if that's what's meant to happen, but it's happening way too often in this game. And if you guys agree, definitely drop a comment below and let me know, because I've had that happen to me at least 100 times by now. Also, for you guys I believe you can blow up the mortars with the MAV, so if you ever get into a pinch and like you're getting wrecked on this level, I'm probably about 90% sure that you can blow up the mortars with a MAV and get rid of them, because they're just obnoxious. That combined with DMRs, you are going nowhere on that ridge. You'd be very, very lucky if you did. There are a few spots on that ridge on the outside of the Operation Locker where you can kind of maneuver a little bit, but it's very, very difficult without being noticed, because you got to get to that point first. I mean, you can just see this assault rifle, obviously second best in the game compared to the Ace. Me personally, I like it more. I'm just a fan of the M416 or the M416, however you want to say it. Sometimes it's really good to have minis, because, you know, a lot of times I think your enemy thinks that you only have one grenade, when that's really not the case, and you guys can see I capitalized on that opportunity right there. It's not always a bad thing to kind of go in, especially in this area, and throw down some suppression fire, because I swear, when you turn a corner and you just try to, you know, bulldoze your way in, not try to oppose, you know, use some opposition to get where you need to get going, you're going to be shit out of luck and you're going to be dead within like a heartbeat. Especially on this level. Coming up on this section, this is by far one of my favorite parts in Operation Locker, mainly because nobody ever uses this area, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why. This is by far one of the best spots I've ever found in a level. You have cover. It's very, you know, it's kind of hard for these guys to hit you with an explosive round, at least. I'm going to take it out in a few seconds here, but it's very hard for these people to see you. And as you can see there, by me going on the right side of the wall, I was able to allow my team to push up on the left because I had them covered from the right flank. But bar none, if you guys want to use that spot, I suggest it. You know, a lot of the time, unless you're at a position or they have an angle on you that you didn't foresee, that's really a great spot to utilize in that level. If the opportunity presents itself, of course. See, that guy that I was going against was pretty smart. He, unfortunately, got mortared. But that guy was pretty smart. What he did was he was going back, getting his med kit, coming back out, and I was doing the same thing because I had already planted one. And I got him, but unfortunately, I got mortared. I don't know how the guy found me. Maybe he probably spotted me more times than not. But yeah, I mean, for me that's awesome. Like, you get this competitive gameplay a lot of the time. It's really good for the overall flow of the game. Now here, what I'm doing here is I'm just showing you guys something. Like, don't always go with the herd. Be a trailblazer. You don't always have to go with the amount of tens of or 20 people and get bottlenecked and then get taken out by an LMG, and you get pissed because you couldn't do anything. Here I flanked. Unfortunately, somebody saw me. Had that not happened, I probably would have taken out 3 people. But you always try to outthink. Never just go with the, never be a mindless drone and just keep going with the herd. Also, the best recommendation I can give you guys too on stuff like this is mind your spawn points. Don't just spawn on a dude that, I mean, nothing is really safe with the way the spawning is in this game, especially spawning on a squad mate. As here, you guys can see a little bit of burst action, taking out that guy who's prone, probably somebody with an LMG. Now, unfortunately, these guys had the base as we're trying to come up, and we get pinched in between the locker hallway and E. So we're trying to maneuver our way here and get into E and cap it. And I think as I'm saying this now, we just capped it. But at that point, we were trying to like watch our asses and still try to push up on E, as you guys were seeing before. This is Threshold Breaker, guys. If you liked the video, please just leave a comment below, and the like button never hurts. And if you really want to join my channel and see more of these fun videos, hit the subscribe button. It always helps, increases my want to do this more and provide you guys with better gameplay, better footage, and ultimately make you a better player. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.